Hey everybody, and welcome back to Keeping Your Business on Track. We're here to bring you the education and inspiration you need to grow your real estate and mortgage businesses. Nikki, what are we talking about this time? Why are you laughing?
Today we're talking about...
I did that right.
You
You're
did.
laughing at the end.
No, I was stoked. That's why.
Okay.
I was like, yes, we're doing it. Okay, today we are talking about 4 ways to finish the year strong. I know in real estate, November timeframe, holidays start rolling around.
A lot of excuses.
There's a lot of excuses. So we're
Right.
going to talk about 4 different ways to kind of trump those excuses a little bit today. But
I think sometimes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people just make up excuses because they themselves don't want to work. Like I know it happens with loan officers, real estate people, title people, everyone in our industry. It's like, oh, well, there's parties and there's holidays and family. No one wants to buy a house right now. I'm like, they might. They might.
It might be the time
But
for
if no one in our industry is working, there's no houses are going to be sold.
Yeah, that would not be good.
But how do we do this? What are the...
Well, so why should we talk about 4 ways to finish the year strong? Why is it
Because
important
5 is too many?
5 might be too many.
Might be too many.
Yeah, we just probably need 4. But why is it important for a real estate agent or a mortgage professional to finish the year strong? What can this do?
Well, so it's not about finishing the year strong. It's about working through the year so you start the year strong too.
Yeah.
Because the activities you do now are not necessarily going to affect you this year. They're going to keep you rolling into next year, right?
So if you do the activity today, you won't get paid today?
Correct.
Okay, good.
Unless your activity is going to a closing
Right.
and making sure it closes and doing last minute preparations and picking up your check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the 4 different things
Okay.
that we're going to do to finish the year strong. So number 1,
Number 1.
prospect.
Ooh, okay.
What is this about?
Well, so if you stop prospecting, you're going to follow the typical sales cycle up and down, up and down. So if I stop prospecting is, qualifying leads, generating leads and turning them into potential buyers or seeing who's potential buyer and who's not. These are activities like calling your past client database. These could be vigorously attacking online leads that you get. This could be a lot of different things, your marketing efforts. If you stop those efforts, they don't affect you today or tomorrow. They'll affect you in 60 to 90 days from now. So if you're okay with having a bad January, February, and March, stop prospecting right now. If you really want to start off the year strong, you do not let off on the prospecting, okay?
So let's talk a little bit about that. So we have the macro of prospecting. What are some of these conversations about? You mentioned, we're going to call some of our past clients or database. What do some of those conversations look like for?
Well, these should be people that know, like, and trust you. They know you have something of value to offer if they're your past clients because you've worked with them before. They obviously trust you, right? And they like you because they're still working with you. So this is a simple call, like to a friend. It's like, hey, how's everything going? I know the holidays are among us, but do you know of anyone looking to buy or sell real estate? You're asking for the business. They might. And then it's back to normal conversation with your buddy, right? So, sometimes salespeople look at these prospecting calls in a dark manner when it's really you're just calling the people you've worked with in the past that like you. You're seeing how they're doing. You're catching up, seeing what they're up to for the holidays, seeing if the kids are coming home or, have break and all these things. And at the end, you're going to add in some degree of asking for the business. Who do you know is looking to buy or sell real estate? No one? Great. Everyone? Great. So it's along those lines of you're calling to follow up your friend, but you're also going to get down to business and make sure you ask them for the business.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most important part of that call is actually asking for it. I think
Right.
a lot of times salespeople, we typically just suggestively ask
Correct.
or completely forget in general and just have more casual conversation in there. So
Yeah, I don't. If you don't ask for it, you're probably not going to get it. And people say, well, I've talked to my past clients all the time. They never send me business. Well, that's because they don't know how to, because everyone knows someone eventually that's going to buy or sell real estate. And you want to be top of mind when that person talks to that person to get that lead back to you.
Yeah, that top of mind. Okay, number 2, update and organize your current CRM or your customer relationship management.
A well-organized CRM or a used CRM will produce lots of fruit, okay? And if yours is not looking good or you haven't been in there, or you don't use it or you don't have one, it's a great time. We call it the growth season here. This is not necessarily our busiest time in the mortgage business. So we use this opportunity to grow our systems, our people, our processes. And I would suggest the same for you. If you're not busy or you feel like prospecting is fruitless, which it's not, but if there's something else you want to do right now to be productive, that's a great thing to do is take a look at your CRM. Is it optimized? Are you sending out the right frequency? are people in there? Have you been neglecting it, right? So I would go into the CRM, go deep dive, make sure you're using it to its potential, and make sure everything is organized well in there.
Awesome. Number 3, automate your follow-up. Why is this one important?
Follow-up is where a lot of salespeople lack. I mean, they just simply lack the follow-up. It's not as exciting to call someone the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh time.
Yeah, no.
But stats tell you that you don't typically make a sale till 7 or 8 conversations.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of automated follow-up out there that, if a lead comes in, it automatically goes into this pile, and that pile will send out ringless voicemail, text messages, emails on a specific cadence in order to re-engage with that potential client. Well, automated follow-up could come in the form through your CRM, through emails to past client database that's very relevant to what's important to them. It could be, text messages. You can send out a personalized text to your entire database all at one time. You're going to get a lot back, so just be prepared. A lot of responses back, but there's a lot of things you can do that you don't have to. Marketing doesn't always have to be a one-to-one. It doesn't always have to be a phone call to your past client or a current client or a potential client. You can do one thing that can shoot out to hundreds of people and make it look very personalized.
Yeah, nice. And that kind of falls in like a smarter, not harder type of.
You got to work smarter. There's a lot of different efforts out there, and if you do everything, you'll probably get nothing done. So you got to concentrate and work smart, not hard.
Awesome. And number 4, the last one, know your numbers. So tell us a little bit about this. Why is this important?
Well,
know your numbers?
I know salespeople. I mean, I'm a salesperson and don't think this is a derogatory thing, but they know how much money they make. They know how much they want to make, but they don't always know all the numbers that lead up to that piece.
Right.
How many phone calls does it take to get a lead? How many leads does it take to get a prospect? How many prospects does it take to get a sale? And how many sales does it take to get to your goal for this year? Yeah. Work backwards. How much do I want to make next year? How much do I want to make next year? How many closings do I need? If I need this many closings, how often is that? Break it down to what you need to do on a daily basis and hold yourself accountable to those numbers. So if you have a daily scorecard, you're saying, look, I made 25 calls today. I sent out 4 pieces of marketing. I did this. And then every week, take a look at it. Did I do enough to hit my goals? And if it's not leading you to a trajectory that's going to help you hit your goals, improve it, right? Improve the frequency or the quality or one of those things. But, just to say I want to make this much money next year, not know all the things it takes to get there, you're not setting yourself up for success.
Is it important to write down those numbers?
Yes. Thank you, Nikki. Absolutely. You're the CEO of your own business, whether you're a real estate agent, a loan officer. Yes, you may or may not have a boss, but you may be the boss. But you still are accountable to yourself. So tracking those numbers, in absence of someone that holds you accountable, tracking those numbers is going to help you stay accountable to you and your business and your goals. And if you don't do it, you're going to have a hard time even knowing where you are. It's like bowling, but you can't see how many pins. There's a sheet in front of the bowling pins. You bowl, you hear something, but you don't know how many pins you knock down. Well, the same thing if you don't keep track of your numbers.
Yeah, I think that's important advice. I think, just goal setting, I always say, as salespeople, I have a plan, but where is it? Oh, it's in my head. I got it.
It's not a plan.
So then write it down. But then not only that, you mentioned that daily scorecard, and that really just holds yourself accountable because obviously in sales, you're like you said, you're the CEO of yourself. So
right.
That's great information in there. So what's the one piece of advice out of all of this to finish the year strong? What would be the one piece of advice you'd give to the real estate professionals?
To finish your year strong, your year is already finished. I mean, it's November. All the things and efforts you've done are already taking you through the end of the year. It's really about planning for next year. Your plan should be coming together right now. Mid-December, your plan should be set, and you should be starting to work your new plan for next year, December 15th.
Yeah.
If you wait till next year to do the plan, it's going to be January, February, March before you know it,
right.
And you're going to be behind the 8 ball. Do the plan now. Go backwards. How much do I want to make? What do I need to get there? What activities do I need to do? What things should I be looking at to score? So set your plan now. Again, that's not going to help you finish the year strong. It's going to help you start the new year strong. Your year this year is already decided. Right?
Awesome. Good advice. Thank you, Joe.
But if you do need to get a quick closing in, I think we can still do that.
We're still closing them before the end of the year. So if
Yeah.
you still have some of those goals from 2022
You need to
that
hit.
you,
We'll
that you
help
need to
you.
hit, we'll help you. We can
We will
help you
help
get
you,
there.
yeah.
Absolutely. Perfect. So that wraps up this episode. If you have any additional questions, you can, of course, we have all of our trainings on our website as well. You can reach us at morganfinancial.net / keeping your business on track. And anything else?
Well, I was just going to say, as always, if you find any of this information useful, share it with a friend, a colleague, potential client, whoever. But share it. Please like it, share it, subscribe to it and all these things.
Comment. Let us know what you like,
what you
don't
didn't like.
What do you want to know more of?
Tell me all the things that Nicki did you didn't like.
Yes, please. Absolutely.
Kidding. But that's it. That's all we got. We hope to see you next time, as always. Thank you.
Thanks.
Talk to you soon.